Hey everyone, welcome back to Blue Ridge Silverhound. It's me, Sean, the guy that likes to live in the basement or the attic, whichever. I don't do things conventional, as you guys know, and today was anything else but conventional when it comes to a day in the life of what I'm doing. And today I went to the bank, and then I went to another bank, and I went to another bank, and another, and another, and another. I went to 7 banks today, only to come out of there with 16 bank rolls in total. Like, it happened, like, overnight. And what I'm talking about is exactly what everybody else is talking about online. And that's the coin shortage. Apparently it's a real thing, because most of the banks I went to, they actually had to tell me, like, hey, we have a little bit of a coin shortage. We could only give you so-and-so amount of rolls. And I left a lot of these banks without any rolls at all. So, yeah, here in good old California, a very high-populated area, I'm coming up short, guys. And I'm feeling a lot of what you guys are going through. Now, the reason why that I'm talking about this is that it could possibly be a problematic thing for roll hunters and probably the hobby. I don't know how long this is going to happen, and based off of the, I guess, general information that a lot of the bank tellers and even a couple branch managers have given me, is that because there's still a lot of like small to medium businesses that are still not open yet, okay? These are the companies, the little businesses, the little LLCs and the little mom and pops. They're the ones that usually pick up, through the merchant services at a lot of these banks, rolls. All right, here's one right here. This is one of 16 that I acquired today. All right, another thing that needs to be brought to your attention is that a lot of the coins I'm beginning to come across now are brand new rolls, which helps corroborate the news and the information that the Fed Reserve is redistributing coins from certain banks, certain metropolitan areas to other areas that don't have quite enough coins. I'll be absolutely honest. I was a little bit kind of confused, maybe a little bit jaded. I even said, hey, people are just hoarding coins. The same way that, at the beginning of the whole pandemic, people were hoarding toilet paper and hand sanitizer. So, it kind of harkens back. Even though I wasn't around physically during the Great Depression age, or even into the late 1800s, post-Civil War, during the, I guess, Industrial Revolution, people were hoarding coins at significant numbers, and oftentimes they would be stored in wine barrels and treasure chests. Could we be seeing the same thing right now? Well, I thought that we were going to be seeing some sort of hoarding kind of like activity when it comes to our coinage. All right, we really don't see that with paper money. Okay, it's just that we only see it with coins. But the real underlying reason is that these smaller businesses who rely on physical money, they're not going to the banks. Okay, they have the money that they have on hand. And even if they're open, a lot of them are beginning to accept forms of payment like Apple Pay or PayPal Express is another one. There is a few of them that they are beginning to accept. As a matter of fact, I've made probably more payments electronically over the last, I would say, 3 to 4 months than I have prior to that. You know me, I'm all about coins. If I don't have the coins in my hand, I kind of feel lost. Like, this is my livelihood. I have to talk about coins. and that's why, that's why it matters. So there's a few things that we need to discuss, okay? Because when there's a shortage, okay, there's also opportunity, okay? And that opportunity is people actually going out buying full boxes of coins and reselling them for a massive premium, okay? We've already begun to see some of that on the secondary market. We're going to take a look at the eBay listings here momentarily, but be wary. I don't know how long that this is going to last for. I would venture to guess, as long as we're still in some sort of COVID pandemic virus situation, that this is going to be a real thing. Okay, so it's not something that's going to be short term, as in the next few weeks. This is something that could possibly span 6 months and maybe even a year. It's really hard to say. But one thing's for sure. The reason why I got the rolls was, to wrap up the Blue Ridge Bounty cash giveaway feature that I do every month. I'm about ready to actually do that video, and then another subsequent video outlining the winner, doing an actual drawing. Okay, and I might have difficulty doing that after this month. It really depends, because out of the 6 banks I went to today, 4 of them are regulars, and I actually know the people that work there. And for them to say what they said, they're actually the ones that gave me the money. The other ones didn't really have anything else extra to give, because I didn't have a business account. Okay, I had a regular, good old checking and savings account, personal. So that is what I'm coming across, and now I understand. I feel a lot of your guys' pain. I'm sitting here and I feel bad, because I'm telling you guys, hey, go to the bank and grab some coins while you can, so that way you can search through it and try and find these coins. All right, because people are making money off of specific varieties and errors on eBay, and it's incredible. Just the amount of money. Money is flying everywhere these days when it comes to the collectibles market. Not specifically coins, but there's a lot of areas affected as well. We're seeing a lot of inflation, but where are people getting the money? Other than the money that's coming in the form of a stimulus or unemployment, that's really the only driving factor. But keep in mind, if they don't pass the bill to expand the stimulus into probably the holidays, this is all going to come to an end in July. All right, that is the report, is that the big chunky unemployment checks are going to come to an end, which is unfortunate, because there's a lot of people struggling right now. So what I wanted to do was show you one thing that is kind of corroborating and kind of like a sign of the times of what we're going through right now. So let me go and tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and pause this real quick, and then we're going to resume here shortly. All right, lo and behold, the first piece, the first domino to fall in all of this is actually the PCGS.com Quarter Quest program. Do you guys know what this is? Well, this is the program that is rewarding searchers for finding the West Point minted quarters. Okay, this is a circulation rarity that they did starting last year, only affecting the national park quarters. All right, so in years past, or maybe months past, which one's correct? Anyways, last year at the beginning of this program, PCGS was throwing out $2,000 bounties for the first respective West Point coins of that particular park to come in for grading. And it'll have all this fancy shenanigans, like the first discovery. And, if you share it with someone else who also sent the coin as a first discovery, it'll be like a 1 of 2 or a 3 of, or whatever the case may be. But you win a prize. All right. So They did that again for 2020. The only difference is that this year's West Point quarters exhibit the V75 little privy mark on the coin. You can actually see the little symbol right there to mark the 75-year anniversary of V for victory of World War II. So, as you can see right here on the website, it's actually under the Quarter Quest tab or banner, as you will. This notation in yellow, due to our temporary office closure, the below competition guidelines are subject to change. Now, here's what they did. In order to give back to our community during these uncertain times, we will be repurposing the Weir Farms and American Samoa West Point quarter bounties into a series of online giveaways. I don't know what it is, don't ask me, but it's interesting. So they're taking the money, which I believe it's $2,000 per fine. It's $4,000 because we have the Weir Farm and the American Samoa Park quarter that are currently released. People are finding them all over the place. So they're taking this cash prize money. Whoops. They're taking this cash prize money and they are doing something else with it. There will be no first discovery for Weir Farms or American Samoa. First week and early find pedigrees will still be available. Okay, that's pretty interesting. So that kind of like shakes things up a little bit. Seeing as how that the bounty money is no longer a thing, you know, and if they're not doing it for the Weir Farms and the American Samoa quarters, you better believe they're going to follow suit on the other three releases throughout the year. All right, so we're not going to see it on the like the Tall Grass Prairie or the Salt River one. The other three will be ineligible for the PCGS bounty. All right, that's a pretty big deal because people were looking forward to this wonderful contest, and this is just a just kind of like a snippet because not a lot of people know about this. Okay, there's like a, you know, in the coin community we all know about it, but you know the coin community isn't tens of millions of people, so this is one of those obvious chips to fall in all of this. Keeping in mind the West Point Mint was closed for a while. I don't know if that's still the case. They were able to crank out the Weir Farm and the American Samoa Park quarters, the West Point quarters, pretty quickly. Okay, as we saw, there was a lot of issues with these coins, a lot of various different types of at the mint errors that were occurring on these coins. So that is the first chip to fall in all of this. This is a big one. Again, a promo unlike any other. And seeing as how the National Park quarter program is coming to a close after this year, this is going to be a really big deal. Okay, so the reward money contest is officially off the table. However, you can still send these things out for the first week find and early find pedigrees. All right. I would say at this point, if you got them, make sure you submit only the highest graded coins possible. It wouldn't make any sense to do anything else but that. All right. So what I wanted to do is transition from here and go on to eBay. And let's go ahead and take a look at a few realized sales. So I had already pre-typed in everything. It's actually under the coins and paper money section of eBay. But what I did was I simply typed in bank box pennies. All right, $25 to a box. I mean, there's nothing, no big secret there. So let's go ahead and kind of take a look and see how much these things are selling for. And keep in mind, a lot of the coins that are currently out there are brand new 2020s or maybe 2019s. There's not a whole lot of regular mixed date coins out there. I've been able to score a few, but they're drying up out there. So what we've seen off of the sales, brand new $25 face bank boxes. You can see one here that sold for $124. This was in April 17th when everybody was in their stay-at-home orders.
Here's a 2 penny box, 17 and 18. That's sold for 132.50. Also, keep in mind the shipping fee too, because you always want to add that into the actual value or the final sale figure on a lot of these coins. So here's another one here. Someone even wrote into their description, hard to get bank lobbies closed. Ain't that the truth? And this was April 10th. Again, we were knee deep into the stay-at-home orders at that time. And as we go down, we begin to see more listings that are more recent. Here's one from May 21st. 2 new $25 boxes, 2020D Lincoln pennies sold for, combined with shipping, $115. So that's more than double face value. Here's another one right here, April 10th, $91. I don't know what that 2019 is all about. Looks like it's $50 face for $77.90 plus $16 shipping. Let's see if we can find any in June here. Here's one right here. This is a full box, $25 face, 50 rolls for $59, and then $15.05 shipping. So that's almost $75 for a $25 box of coin. All right, so we're kind of at the beginning of all this. My recommendation to you is that I don't pay these kind of premiums. I would certainly try and check out your local banking institutions. If all else fails, I would certainly call. You, depending on where you guys are located at, you probably don't want to drive over to your bank only to have them tell you like, hey, we're in a shortage. You're like, duh, I already knew that, guys. I just need some coins, for crying out loud. So definitely give them a call in advance. Let them know that you are a account holder and that you wanted to order coins and see if they have it. All right, because they're always going to have some, but they need to keep what they have on hand for the merchant services. So. Anyways, that's pennies. Let's go ahead and just take a look at nickels. I have a feeling it might be similar. As a matter of fact, the first listing was from June 29th. That was yesterday. So 50 rolls, $100 face for $190. That's nearly double face value. Okay, and then we see it on down the line, 175, 168, 150. So you're paying about 150% over face value on some of these. Now, there are a few exceptions. There's a few of them in here that have sold for less. The cheapest is actually $129.99. So I don't know how you're going to make any money doing that. But as you can see, yeah, about $150 to $200 is what you're seeing for this. And it's all just brand new coins. Okay, there's no mixed dates. There's no older stuff out there to purchase, or from what I've seen sold. There might be a few live auctions here and there, but yeah, rolled boxed coin, it's sealed, is surely commanding a premium. Okay, so that's where we sit on this whole thing. It could possibly be a debilitating factor for some of those YouTube channels that kind of thrive on coin roll hunting. We'll find out. Of course, there are going to be your favorite channels that are going to be very vocal and outspoken regarding the ability to get rolls, especially when it comes to like half dollars, because even though these merchants aren't ordering half dollars, there's still going to be a supply issue revolving around that. I think that's going to be more of a hoarding thing than anything else. So I don't know. I'd like to hear what you guys have to say about this coin shortage. It might affect me for next month. I'll let you guys know as far as the Blue Ridge Bounty. I do have a roll hunting video that I will be launching here later this evening, followed up by the actual giveaway video. So I'm going to announce the winner of the bounty pool, which I have a feeling we're going to be over $100 on that one. Not too bad for being about a half a month since when I started it. Anyways, guys, that's going to go ahead and do it. Thank you for joining me on this video. Just kind of airing out all the laundry about our banking system and our monetary, situation. But in any event, thank you for all your views and support. Make sure you hit that like button on the way out. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Blue Ridge Silverhound. If you haven't done so already, what are you waiting for? I don't bite. Come on, hard. I don't bite hard. All right. But anyways, that's gonna do it. So you guys take care. Have an outstanding rest of your day, and stay tuned for that roll hunting video. Let's see how high we could get the bounty up before I give away that cash. So you guys take care. All right, I'll see you.